Imagine a world painted white, a vast, endless landscape of snow and ice stretching as far as the eye can see. This is the Arctic, one of the most brutal environments on Earth. Here, the wind doesn't just whistle, it screams, carrying with it a cold so intense it can freeze exposed skin in minutes. Temperatures plummet far below zero, making survival a minute-by-minute battle. There are no forests to give you wood for a shelter, no soil to make bricks. There is only the biting cold, the howling wind, and an ocean of frozen water. It's a place that tests the very limits of human endurance. Out here, nature is the undisputed king. The challenges are relentless and unforgiving. Finding shelter isn't just about comfort, it's a matter of life and death. Without protection, the Arctic's extreme cold will claim you. The constant threat of hypothermia is your shadow, and frostbite is always knocking at the door. You have to be smart, resourceful, and incredibly tough. This isn't a place for mistakes. Every decision from where you walk to how you breathe can mean the difference between seeing the next sunrise and becoming a permanent part of the frozen landscape. This is the ultimate survival scenario every single day. The Inuit people, often called Eskimos, mastered this hostile world. They didn't just survive here, they thrived. Their secret was not in fighting the environment but in understanding it, using its own elements to their advantage. They looked at the endless blanket of snow not as an obstacle but as a resource. It was their quarry, their building block, their key to survival. This mindset is crucial when you're in the wild. You must see opportunities where others see only despair. The Inuit saw a home where most would only see a frozen wasteland, a testament to their incredible ingenuity and deep connection to the land. This connection gave them the knowledge to create one of the most brilliant survival shelters ever conceived, the igloo. Forget the cartoonish domes you see in pictures. A real igloo is an engineering marvel, a fortress of warmth and safety built from the very substance that threatens life, ice and snow. It represents a profound understanding of physics, insulation, and architecture. It's a powerful reminder that with the right skills and a survivor's mindset, you can find what you need to live even in the harshest corners of our planet. The Arctic provides the problem, but it also provides the solution. You just have to know where to look. Building an igloo is a masterclass in survival construction. It starts with finding the right material. Not just any snow will do. You need hard-packed snow, compressed by the wind into a solid, stable slab. The Inuit would test the snow with a long knife made from bone or ivory, probing for the perfect consistency. This snow had to be strong enough to be cut into large blocks but not so icy that it would crack. Finding this perfect patch of snow was the critical first step. It was the foundation of their entire survival plan, a skill passed down through generations of living in this unforgiving frozen world. Once the right snow was found, the real work began. Using a snow knife, a builder would carve out large rectangular blocks, roughly 3 feet long and 1.5 feet wide. The first layer of blocks was laid down in a perfect circle, with the builder standing in the middle. Then came the ingenious part. The builder would cut a sloping ramp into this first layer. This allowed the next row of blocks to be laid at a slight upward angle. This angle was crucial as it caused the walls to spiral inwards as they rose, creating that iconic dome shape without any need for supporting frames. As the walls grew higher, each block was carefully shaped and fitted into place. The builder, working from inside, would trim the edges to ensure a tight fit, sealing any gaps with loose snow. It was like putting together a giant three-dimensional puzzle. The final crowning piece was the keystone block at the very top of the dome. This block was carefully lowered into place from the outside, locking the entire structure together. Once the keystone was in, the igloo was incredibly strong. It was solid enough to support the weight of a person standing on top, a testament to its brilliant design and construction. The final touches were what turned this snow dome into a true survival shelter. A small ventilation hole was cut near the top to allow smoke and stale air to escape, preventing carbon monoxide buildup from their lamps or cooking fires. Most importantly, the entrance was a short, low tunnel that was dug below the level of the main floor. Because warm air rises and cold air sinks, this clever design created a natural cold trap. Any cold air from outside would settle in the low entrance tunnel, unable to push its way up into the warmer living space above. It was simple, effective, and absolutely brilliant. So, how can a house made of frozen water possibly keep you warm? The secret lies in the snow itself. The hard-packed snow blocks used to build an igloo are not solid ice. They are made of compressed snow crystals, which means they are filled with millions of tiny trapped air pockets. This trapped air is a fantastic insulator. It works just like the insulation in the walls of a modern house or the down in a high-tech sleeping bag. It creates a barrier that slows down the transfer of heat, keeping the warmth generated inside from escaping into the freezing air outside. The primary source of heat inside an igloo was the people themselves. Human bodies constantly generate heat, and in a small well-insulated space like an igloo, that body heat is enough to raise the temperature significantly. Even with outside temperatures at a deadly -40 degrees Celsius, the inside of an igloo could be warmed to a relatively comfortable temperature, sometimes even above freezing, just from body heat alone. The Inuit also used lamps, called kulik, which were shallow stone dishes filled with seal or whale oil and a moss wick. These lamps provided both light and a steady, reliable source of extra heat. To make their shelter even more effective, the Inuit lined the interior walls and sleeping platforms with thick animal skins like caribou or polar bear hides. This added another crucial layer of insulation. The skins prevented body heat from melting the inner surface of the igloo walls, which would cause dripping and make the interior damp and cold. This combination of snow, air pockets, body heat, and animal hides created a multi-layered system of warmth and comfort. List, media group, snow blocks, close-up of air pockets in snow, people inside igloo with animal hides, collage of snow, animal skins, people inside igloo at stock and at distribute _equally, snow, air pockets, body heat, animal hides. It was a shelter that worked with the principles of nature, not against them, to create a safe haven in the middle of the Arctic wilderness. Over time, the igloo structure would become even stronger. The heat from inside would cause the innermost layer of snow to melt slightly. When this moisture seeped into the cracks between the blocks and then refroze, it turned the entire dome into a single solid shell of ice. This process, called sintering, made the igloo virtually airtight and even more stable. It was a dynamic structure that adapted and improved with use. This incredible piece of survival engineering shows that with knowledge and respect for your environment, you can create warmth and safety from the coldest materials on Earth. Life inside an igloo was a world away from the harsh conditions outside. It was a space of warmth, family, and community. The main living area was often raised on a large snow platform, which kept the family above the coldest air that settled on the floor. This platform was a multi-purpose space. During the day, it was where people sat to talk, mend tools, or play games. At night, it became a communal bed, where the entire family would sleep huddled together under thick layers of animal furs for extra warmth. It was a simple but highly effective way to organize their living space. Daily routines revolved around survival and community. While the men were out hunting on the sea ice for seals or fishing, the women would manage the home. This included tending the kulik oil lamp, which was the heart of the igloo, providing constant light and heat. They would also prepare food, sew and repair clothing from animal skins, and look after the children. Cooking was often done inside with a small fire or over the heat of the lamp, filling the small space with the smells of simmering stew and the sounds of family life. It was a hub of activity, a vibrant center of life in a silent, frozen world. Raising children in this environment required incredible skill and resilience. From a very young age, Inuit children learned the skills they would need to survive. They learned by watching their parents, practicing how to build miniature igloos, and learning the ways of the animals they depended on. The igloo was their classroom and their playground. Despite the harsh world outside their door, their home was a place of safety and learning, where the crucial knowledge of their culture was passed from one generation to the next. It was a testament to the strength and adaptability of the human family unit. Ultimately, the igloo was more than just a shelter. It was the heart of Inuit culture, a symbol of their ingenuity and their deep, symbiotic relationship with the Arctic. It demonstrates a core principle of survival use: what the environment gives you. They didn't have wood, but they had snow. They didn't have central heating, but they had each other and the animals they hunted. The igloo stands as a powerful reminder that human creativity and resilience can overcome even the most extreme challenges. It's a true masterpiece of survival, built from ice but filled with the warmth of life.